Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to that episode of Smite Super Builds, and today we have Arachne. Now, she was not requested, but it's kind of scary that nobody has, because it's been over about maybe 100 episodes or so since the last Arachne build. It's kind of scary, but in case anybody still wants an Arachne build, I'm going to go ahead and do it for you. Now, going on to the actives first. Of course, you may want to get Hand of Gods if you're going into the jungle and conquest. If not, the actives really depend on what you want to do, or kind of just whoever you're fighting against and whatever you feel like you need. I mean, some people may want like Fist of Gods when you pull them in, stun them, get some few basics on there to add your poison stacks, and then jump on them with your 2. You can use that technique. You can slow them down, but then again, you have your 3 to slow them down. So really, it's up to you on what you can do with your actives. But we're going to go with full cooldown reduction because that's just mainly how assassins work, and more so Arachne. Now, she does have a very a very short cooldown ulti already, but we could take advantage of that and lower it even more, because a lot of times Arachnes miss with their ulti, and it kind of sucks because that's the only thing you really have as Arachne. So we want to utilize that as much as possible. And as you can see, I have hovered here. Our second item is Jotun's Wrath. Now, it's really up to you which one you want. You can go with Jotun's Wrath, which is really good, or you can go under the favorites and you can find Hydra's Lamina here. Now, this does give you another 10 more power, but it gives you 10% less cooldown reduction. And then we don't get the mana, and then we don't get the penetration, but you get the passive. But honestly, the passive it's mediocre. It's pretty much like Polynomicon, but it's 50% of your physical power as extra physical damage after using the ability. But it's really not that much. It's all personal preference. It's pretty expensive, but honestly, I'm just gonna go with Jotun's Wrath. Yeah, but 10 less power, but you get that 150 mana to kind of complement your cooldown reduction. She can go through quite a bit of mana trying to set up her eggs constantly and trying to shoot her ultis. If you miss, there goes wasted mana. But we get 25%, and with all of our cooldown reduction, we reach cap. And then as you can see, we have wonderful, very short cooldowns here. 6.6 at full rank on our broadlings, 9 seconds on our 2, 9 on our 3, and 18 seconds on our ulti, our cocoon. So that makes up for, you know, if you miss, whatever, you know, 18 more seconds, you can do it again. But if you're really good with Arachne, you won't have that much trouble. But let's continue on with the items. Now we're gonna go with Executioner. Now, we want to burn people as quick as possible once we suck them in, right? We're gonna do as much damage as we can because we know they're gonna try to get away. And as soon as you jump on their face trying to, you know, chomp it off with your 2, they're going to bring you towards their teammates. But we want them to get as low as possible. Maybe we can kill them ourselves, or our teammates can kill them. Now, Executioner does just well like that. So the key with Arachne is to pull them in, do a few basics to add your passive poison stacks, jump on them with your 2, and that's going to bring them down, and damage over time is going to hurt them quite a bit. Now, if you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, our passive here, she applies poisons on every basic attack, and it ticks as this number here, and we have 3 stacks. So maybe mid to late game we have more attack speed. You can probably get those 3 stacks off pretty quickly as soon as you pull them in to get, you know, your ticks going, and then jump on them with your 2 for the draining life. And that's pretty much all you're going to do as far as burst damage. So with Executioner, that's going to allow us to, you know, it works perfectly. As you see there, max 3 stacks. That's about time when we start jumping on their face. So we're going to do more damage when we jump on their face, and per basic attack after we pull them in, it's going to do more damage. It's just going to wear them down so much. Executioner is really great for that. Now we go with Shin Size also, because we still need, you know, attack speed, and Shin Size also helps us burn people down with that amazing passive. And finally, Rage and Deathbringer. So after we pull them in, we're going to have a good chance at critting on them, and critting them on pretty hard. So allows for a lot of burst damage. Now we have 210 power and basically 2.0 attack speed, so that's really good. So we're gonna pull him in, apply a couple stacks. He didn't even survive until I got to, you know, jump on his face with my 2. So as you can see here, our basics hit pretty hard. Of course, this is raw bot. It's not 100% accurate, but you get the point. Couple of basics. Jump on his face. Nom nom nom. Get all the HP back, and there we go. So that's gonna wrap it up for the video. Actually, one more tip. If you feel like you need lifesteal, replace Executioner for Aussie. You're gonna get more attack speed. You're not gonna get the power, but you can get more attack speed. You're gonna get a little bit more penetration. But yes, if you need a lifesteal for whatever reason, go ahead and get Aussie. But typically, you won't need that much a lifesteal since we do have our 2 draining life. But thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.